Do you know how to be calm? Do you know how to remove anxiety or even prevent anxiety and stress? Hello, my name is Kamran Akbarzadeh, founder of Dream Achievers Academy and author of award-winning books Leadership Soup and Get What You Want. And this episode, this live stream is part of my weekly Connect on Thursdays. And every week I talk about a topic, and some of the topics come from the feedback that I normally receive from those that I'm connected to or from the things that I read on social media. And today I want to talk about an important topic, and that's about the panic, anxiety, negative vibrations, and how to deal with it. And I want to share with you my top strategy for removing anxiety or preventing it. Why? Because the world in general is to me full of negative. It's chaotic, and uh, that's where like everyone uh, expects us to be better and faster, and the companies expect a lot more, and then the society expects more. And now with COVID involved, everyone has become um, stressed to some, has kind of got stressed out to some extent, and it's really important to keep things into perspective and um, remove some of the anxiety that is out there, because that helps not only ourselves but those around us. So when we have this stress and anxiety, then it brings panic, which is not overall good, not for our physical health, not for our emotional health, not for our mental health, not good for our spiritual health. So, how can we control it? How can we manage this? And we have a more clear mind in seeing the direction that we have and move toward that. I remember a response that I got from a colleague that I had, and he wanted to retire, and he sent an email to his circle or the connections, like the colleagues that were connected with him. And in the email, he said goodbye, and after these many years, I'm leaving the company. And I responded back and thanked him for everything that we had done in different projects together. And then he responded back to me and said, over these few years that we've been working together on some stuff, I really admired your calmness. And this is not the first time I'm getting that. Several times I've got this feedback from people that I have a calm nature, even from my wife. You can check with her. And sometimes that's a little bit annoying also, because I don't really get much excited. I don't go through the emotional roller coasters. When something really good and exciting happens, I don't get overexcited. And when something uh, negative happens, also I don't really go very very down in emotions. So I have like this sort of maybe movement in emotions, but some others, you notice, they just have this like mountain and valley and ups and downs, and that's what I mean. So when you get very emotional on whether good news or very bad news, then that could impact you in various ways. So it's important to control it, and if you focus on these things, it, as I said, it's going to impact you in one way or another. Now, when I kind of go through this and study people and look at myself, I notice that when we go to details, when we kind of take a magnifying glass and start to kind of look for causes or find the details, we get more worried, and then we lose the sight of the forest, and then we we just get lost in the forest, and the trees do not allow us to see the forest, and that's why we lose connection with ourselves, and we cannot be in control. And as human beings, when we are not much in control, then if we are not aware of what's going inside and outside, then we become stressed out, and we get anxiety and things like that. Again, back to my prior experience, I was dealing with someone as a manager that had kind of panic attacks, and this person uh, was emotionally connected to what was going on, whether positive or negative. And especially when things were negative, whether it was a complaint or bad news, this person would get into the panic mode, and that panic mode would have the ripple effects and impact everyone else in our circle, in our team. And that was not very good, because sometimes that person, when they have this anxiety and stress and panic, then that drains other people's energy, and you really have to be strong to keep yourself motivated, or keep yourself. So it's really important to not focus on details too much. When we focus on details too much, we lose the big picture. And at some point in these situations, I always suggest to zoom out rather than zooming in further, and not to think too much, do not overthink, do not overreact. Just detach yourself from what's going on, zoom out, and see the bigger picture. And I always remember also a quote that Wayne Dyer had in one of his books. He said, you cannot always control what goes on the outside, but you can always control what goes inside. And that's really a key message. We have control over what's going on in our inside compared to what is happening outside. So when there is too much, just follow this top strategy that I have. When it's too much going on at the same time, just pause. Pause for a little bit, get quiet, look within, go inward, and then zoom out and see the bigger picture. When you kind of zoom out from the situation, detach yourself and breathe and go inward, you feel much better, and you prevent yourself from getting more anxiety and pushing that panic button. When you zoom out and disconnect from what's going on, then you have better idea, you can get calmer, and then you can manage things better, you can act better, and you can prevent further anxiety. So when you know your goal, if we want to discuss the future, when you know your goal, when you know your dream, when you know your vision, the first thing is to have that intention. If you have the intention to achieve what you have and you work toward it, you're going to get there sooner or later. So intention is really key. Then attention is very important. Not going into details and micromanaging things, because then you get lost in that forest. As I said, you may develop this anxiety. Just go in and then zoom out. Go in, zoom out whenever necessary. So you pay attention, you focus on it, but you don't get attached to whatever is going on or the challenge that you're facing. So that's the attention part. And then when you do that, when you do your best, then you shouldn't have any tension. That's what one of my mentors was saying. intention, attention, no tension, from Janet and Chris Atwood. So just do your best, leave the rest to the universe. And if the universe could send you a message, that would be, you're doing great. You're doing great no matter what's going on. Just have a good intention. Be careful not to go to too much details. Zoom out, see the bigger picture. And then you notice that I have great messages for you, the universe telling you, and I got your back. I want the best for you. And if you follow that message, you'll soon notice that there was no really reason for anxiety. And next time when things happen, you just sit back, you disconnect, you see the bigger picture, you find out which area you need to work on, you focus on those areas, fix things. Universe is going to help you to resolve whatever issue you're facing. That's part of the process. And sooner or later, you will see the challenges are over and you reap the rewards that you were expecting. Okay, so that's for it today. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know. I'm there to help you out. My intention is to add value through this channel, live streaming every week, weekly connect. And as you can see at the bottom, you can join the Achievers Inner Circle for free for 1 month and see how I'm adding even extra value live to people who are part of the Inner Circle, not only through coaching and personal support, but also through challenging wise the resources that I share in a private environment. And that's why we call it Inner Circle, to be a safe environment for growth. And I help those who join the Inner Circle take it to the next level and engineer their best future, and above all, achieve it. When you design something, engineer something, you want to rebuild it and fulfill it so you have a happier and more fulfilled lifestyle. Until next time, live the life of your dreams and make a difference consistently. Thank you.